Cardinal Tagle.
Excuse me. Okay lang po. Okay lang.
The Roman Catholic Archdiocese of Manila. The Roman Catholic Archdiocese of Manila presents this 2018 Catholic Award for the Arts to Mr. Onofre R. Pagsangan for his unwavering dedication to the teaching profession and for his passion and lifelong commitment to mentor and form his young students in becoming Christ-loving and responsible artists. Given this 12th day of December 2018 at the Meralco Theater, Pasig City, signed by yours truly.
Cardinal Tagle, Archbishop of Manila, Father Nono Alfonso, and the members of the Jesuit Communications, ladies and gentlemen, friends, magandang gabi po sa ating lahat. It is with a very deep sense of gratitude and humility that I accept this Patron of the Arts Award from Your Eminence, Cardinal Tagle, Archbishop of Manila. I bow my head, and from deep in my heart, I say again, thank you, Your Eminence. Father Nono, thank you for your hard work in the Jesuit Communications. Thank you, thank you, thank you. In Dulang Sibol, many times, we say, when the heart is full, the language is song. Tonight, I will have to beg your kind indulgence. I am 91 years old, and my voice cracks and I croak. But tonight, my heart is full of joy, and I have to break out in song. Till the end of my days, oh Lord, I will bless your name, sing your praise, give you thanks all my days. Tells us to find God in all things. You know, looking back at my own Ignatian journey, I find that God also looks for me, or rather perhaps looks out for me in many, many mysterious ways. You see, I was a poor boy from the slums beyond Tondo. My father was a mechanic who tended to the dilapidated garbage trucks of Manila. I was a graduate of the public school system, Cecilio Apostol Elementary School. How was a poor boy like me from the slums able to study at the Ateneo in Padre Fowler? God found ways. A secular priest, Monsignor Jovellanos, parish priest of Tondo, financed my entry into the Ateneo in Padre Fowler. He introduced me to the rector, and from that time on, the Ateneo granted me scholarships. God works in mysterious ways. I needed to get the high school foundation that the Jesuits gave. And God gave me one of the best formators that they had, Father John P. Delaney. I remember he asked me early on, what do you put in the center of the circle of your life? And the answer, Christ. Not money, not popularity, not power. God works in mysterious ways. I needed a job when I graduated from college. A dream job was waiting for me. I wanted to be the best high school teacher that I could be. In our one-day pre-service training for teachers, the most charismatic speaker was Father Delaney. I remember he saying that if he were to be asked to choose the patron saint for teachers, he would choose John the Baptist. And we asked, why Father? Why John the Baptist? And he said very clearly, because people listened to John the Baptist, and the people followed not John the Baptist, they followed Christ. And then and there I resolved that in my classes, the superstar was never going to be me. It would have to be Christ. God works in mysterious ways. I was hired to be a high school classroom teacher, English, Filipino, religion, Latin, but also to be the moderator of a school organization, the Ateneo de Manila High School Dramatic Society. I said, okay, what an opportunity to be able to put into action what I had been taught. Hard work, teamwork, focus, interiorization, insight, reflection, finding God in all things. Finding God in theater, finding God in Macbeth and Cyrano de Bergerac, in Thornton Wilder's Our Town and Our Doon Po Sa Amin, finding God in Adarna and Serapio. After all, theater is what life is all about. And perhaps what gives meaning to this one life we have. God works in mysterious ways. Work among the disadvantaged. An invitation came to me when I was in fourth year high school to work in the slums of Balik-Balik. The initial challenge was to teach catechism once a week in the newly organized boys' club for neighborhood street toughies. Soon I realized that the boys in the club needed much more than just catechism once a week. The boys in the club needed what I teach the rich boys in my Ateneo. I worked in Balik-Balik for more than 15 years, worked hard, and tried to share what I could with my young friends in Balik-Balik. No compensation outside from the exhilaration of knowing that I am doing what I had to do. God works in mysterious ways. Amazing result. Priestly vocations from the boys started coming. The harvest indeed was great, but the poor parents of the boys, they needed help. So funds had to be raised for the seminary expenses in San Jose Seminary and San Carlos Seminary. What to do? The place to think, we said. Annual place from Balik-Balik, annual place in Balik-Balik, annual place for the seminarians of Balik-Balik. Thus we learned to translate, adapt English plays into Filipino, because my Balik-Balik actors struggled with English, but in Filipino, they were amazing. Thus, Thornton Wilder's Our Town became Dun Po Sa Amin in Balik-Balik. The work in Balik-Balik yielded a rich harvest. We were able to graduate 3 ordained secular priests, would you believe? 4 Jesuits and 2 SBD priests. God works in mysterious ways. But time marches on. I was 33 years old. I worked to propagate the faith. The next call was to propagate the faithful. I needed a bride. I was working with the boys club in Balik-Balik, and there was this pretty girl who was the president of the Legion of Mary, Presidium Stella Maris. She was a dynamic Christian. She was pretty and well endowed. This legionary and I got married. It was a simple wedding in a small chapel in Balik-Balik. And the presiding priest was the very same priest who baptized me Pagsi because he couldn't pronounce Pagsanhan. He was freshly arrived in the Philippines from the States, and he could not for the love of him pronounce Pagsanhan. So he says, I gave up. I'll call you what my American tongue will allow me to call you. And it was Pagsi. It was the same priest who introduced me to this parish in Balik-Balik. And so, this very pretty legionnaire and I have now been married for, would you believe, 57 years. We have 3 wonderful children, 3 wonderful in-laws, and only 2 great-grandsons. The legionnaires and I have grown old together, we have wrinkled together, we're happy together. P.S. We still hold hands. God bless. This outline of the beautiful life that God has gifted me with. And I say, what have I done to merit such goodness, such happiness, such joy? And at the end, as I began, till the end of my days, O Lord, I will bless your name. Sing your praise, give you thanks, all my days. Thank you, my dear friends.
In the US, hindi nila masabi yung tagle, kaya tago. My friends, my brothers and sisters, I am delighted that we can gather here this evening to celebrate the youth of our country, the youth all over the world. I am, well, pretty much a newly minted and proud senior citizen. 61 years old na po ako. Kahit mukhang 20. Wala kayong patawad. And I am enjoying my senior discounts. But on some days, I look back on the 61 years of experiences that have brought me to this point in my life. And I know that I would not be here where I am now had it not been for my parents who are here, my family, my relatives, my teachers, my many mentors who have chosen to see the best in me. Even when sometimes I felt I was less than worthy of their love and guidance, they would still give it to me. And you know, sometimes love and guidance came in the form of, kurot sa tenga, o kaya sermon kahit na hindi misa. But it was a good training and preparation for my own homilies. But the big thing, brothers and sisters, is that at my age, I have come to appreciate that life is a dance between the energy of the youth and the wisdom of the elders. One feeds the other. One enriches the other. There can be no wisdom without that youthful fire to seek out knowledge. And so let us celebrate that energy, that imagination, that exuberance, that courage. We look to our youth to teach us and inspire us as we work together to shape the future.
ng boses mo'y maganda. Basang may konting tono, madaling makanta. Kung medyo sintonado ay hayaan mo na. Ang nais lang ng tao ay ang konting saya. Ihanda mo ba? Tama na lahat. Kasi sintonado ang dalang gitara. Pag-uunat, handa na ang lahat. Uliyak ka ng mayari, namin ito na. Eto na, eto na, eto na, eto na.
Ladies